Now that it's finally been released from early access, we may just have the most replayable game on the channel yet. You're going to want to stick around to hear about whether it's currently worth it at its given price point and where it falls in our game rankings so far. Today we cover Despot's game, Dystopian Army Builder. I always want to call it Despot, but out of respect I'll stop doing that. This game is brought to you by Comfa Games and was released on Steam just a couple days ago in its current form. It is also now currently available on all major platforms, so PS4, Xbox, Nintendo, PC, but the game spent a long time in beta before finally being released from early access. And honestly, I think they got this one right. They took the time to put together a finished product, and I think it is really going to pay off for them. So, the gameplay is what it sounds like. You're transported into this 8-bit world where you are in control of setting up the best possible army to defeat waves of enemies and bosses that are waiting behind each door. Now, although that you're in control, you let the quote-unquote puny humans fight for you. So much of your role is to make sure that your army is set up ready to fight. That means managing your food supply, equipping them with the correct weapons, and just making sure you have the right number of humans. Puny humans, as they're called, aren't hard to come by in this game though, as the whole game is kind of built on this idea that the fighters are pretty dispensable. I guess we can worry about the psychological impact of this theme much later on. You'll likely want to incorporate a few classes in order to have a balanced attack. As someone who doesn't typically play these army builder games, I felt the class system to be slightly overwhelming at first, but also I find it to be the reason that I keep playing now. After clearing each room, you're given the chance to improve your side with either additional meals, new fighters, or a mutation. And this mutation can give your legion an edge if chosen properly. Now I'm going to level with you. I am not good at this game, at least not yet, so I have much more of it to unlock and see. However, I am very addicted to it. Truthfully, this review got a little sidetracked because I just kept playing this game instead of writing down my thoughts. It is the perfect game to get lost in on a night where you can't get a group together to play a multiplayer game. I find it relaxing to just click and tell my squad what to do, instead of expediting my arthritis with a first-person shooter game all the time. Since it is primarily single player, you also don't have to worry about queuing up into a game where players have over 300 hours of playtime and they know exactly what builds will eliminate any chance you have of having fun or getting any better at the game. Looking at you, TFT. Now, if you do crave some competition, there is a cool feature where if you beat the main campaign, your army will be pitted against the build of another player's championship team. So if you want some validation that you really did make the best team possible, it is there for the taking. I for one will be very comfortable being right here. At the time of this recording, Despot's game is on sale for $17.99, which is a small sale because the standard price is $19.99. It will come as no surprise to anyone who has watched the video up until this point, but I strongly believe this game is worth 20 bucks. The replayability alone makes it a solid addition to anyone's library of games. As with all the videos on this channel, we will give it a rating out of 10. This game has me hooked as someone who is pretty much the opposite of their demographic. I prefer realism artwork in games and have never really been drawn to roguelike or army builder games. So if it's fun for me, it should be fun for just about anyone. Despot's game is getting a strong 8.3 out of 10 rating from me. This is quite easily the highest rating I've given on the channel so far. The fighting is visually appealing to watch, and with each fallen soldier, you're constantly running through the chances of success in your head. And hey, if you fail, and you will fail, you just go again. And that pretty much wraps up the video for today. What should we play next? Please like and subscribe to stay up to date with all things indie games. Alright, thanks everyone. This has been your game preview of Despot's game, Dystopian Army Builder.